Karen had always been nosy, but this time, she crossed a line so deep she couldn't claw her way back. It started small, HOA letters complaining about my barn being too large, or my ranch fence being too intimidating. Then she escalated, spreading rumors about illegal activities on my property. But I ignored her. I knew the truth, and the truth was simple. My ranch was more secure than Fort Knox. That security, it turned out, is what really piqued her interest. I had a heavy steel safe in my study, not just any safe, but a reinforced government-issued vault, the kind that takes biometric scans, 2 keys, and a passcode. Karen saw me going into it once when I pulled out some old documents, and I swear, her eyes gleamed like a magpie spotting something shiny. A week later, I came home to find the back door pried open. My heart stopped. I drew my sidearm and moved cautiously through the house. Nothing was missing from the living room, the kitchen, or the den. But when I reached the study, I found my worst suspicion confirmed. Karen had tried to crack the safe. The keypad was scratched. The hinges were dented. And in her frenzy, she'd even left behind a crowbar and, unbelievably, her monogrammed leather purse. But here's the thing. What Karen didn't know was that the safe wasn't just mine. It was on loan from the FBI. See, before I retired to this ranch, I'd done contract work for the federal government. And inside that vault wasn't cash or gold. It was sensitive case files, sealed drives, and a few pieces of evidence in ongoing investigations. I called my old contact at the bureau, explained what happened, and within an hour, 2 black SUVs rolled up my driveway. Karen, meanwhile, had been stupid enough to post online about her big discovery. She bragged in an HOA group chat that she had proof of criminal activity in my safe, and that she'd hand it over to expose me. What she actually had was video footage of her breaking into a federal vault. The agents didn't even need me to press charges. They traced her digital footprints, matched her fingerprints off the safe and crowbar, and by the next morning, she was in handcuffs on her own front lawn. I'll never forget the look on her face when she realized the men in suits weren't here for me. They were here for her. One of the agents leaned down and said, "Ma'am, you just committed federal burglary. You didn't rob your neighbor. You robbed the FBI." Her scream could have cracked glass. The HOA scrambled, of course. They tried to distance themselves, claiming Karen acted alone, but the damage was done. Word spread fast. Not only had their president broken into my home, she'd committed a federal crime that could land her decades behind bars. The kicker? The court ruled that since she'd broken in with intent to expose evidence, the entire HOA could be investigated for conspiracy. Half the board resigned before the year was over. As for me, I upgraded my safe again, bigger, stronger, smarter. And this time, I mounted a little brass plaque on it that said, "For Karen, FBI property. Break in if you dare."